right, Marty, thank you. 7:44 this Monday morning. March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, and a local specialist is helping those affected by teaching her own personalized exercises and symptom management tools. Here to tell us all about her beneficial techniques is Dr. Gretchen Hawley. Thanks so much for waking up with us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely important time that you're here. March, again, MS Awareness Month, and there's actually been a lot of talk of it as of late. Christina Applegate, another celebrity, recently diagnosed. A few years back, we saw Selma Blair diagnosed with it. It's important that we discuss this issue, no?
It is, and I think it's important because a lot of people are terrified of multiple sclerosis because they don't know what they can do to actually improve their symptoms.
So what can they do to improve their symptoms?
Yeah, so one of the most common symptoms is fatigue. About 80% of people with MS suffer from fatigue and muscle weakness. But when you have MS, the muscle weakness that you experience is not the same as someone who doesn't have MS because it's caused from weakness in the neural pathway. So the way that you can strengthen your muscles and therefore improve your walking, stair climbing, getting in and out of a car is by strengthening the neural pathways that run from your brain all the way down to your muscles. So there's certain ways to do that.
How is that done, though? Because that does not seem like a weightlifting or stair climbing kind of exercise.
Right, yeah. So it's through functional exercise, which means you pick a day-to-day activity that you want to be easier, like walking, and you break it down into as many simple movements that it requires as possible. And then those movements are now your exercises.
Individually, those movements then become exercises.
Yes. So a lot of people think walking is just one big step forward, but in reality, it's at least 7 different exercises that you can do to really break down every single step of what's required.
But this conditioning, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of motivation. And it takes a lot of energy, which a lot of people living with MS don't have a ton of. So you kind of came up with an ingenious, ahead of the curve way to offer treatment and therapy to those living with MS before the pandemic even began.
Yeah, because I noticed that when I was working in a physical therapy clinic pre-pandemic, most of my clients with MS had difficulty getting to the clinic, doing an exercise routine, getting home. It was so fatiguing that they weren't coming consistently enough to reap the benefits of MS-specific exercise. So that's when I decided to launch an online program where people can learn my exercises, get guides of exactly what to do each day, and I bring in some MS experts to answer their questions as well. So they get all that right from the comfort of their own home, so they don't have to worry about even getting dressed that day or leaving their home.
What has the response been from patients?
Yeah, it's been an amazing response because accessibility is a huge factor in MS, not only getting to the clinic, but being able to participate in the right type of care.
Well, and I have to imagine there are different times of day where, you could be chatting with someone and they say, listen, I'm game for this afternoon. I just don't have it in me at this hour. So this therapy, this way of going about getting that treatment is just fantastic because it lives online for them and is accessible whenever they want and have the ability to do it.
Yeah, and with MS, your symptoms can vary day to day or even minute by minute or hour by hour. So it's so important to have a routine that you can do based on how you're feeling that day.
Now, do people come in and see you before they begin an online routine?
Not usually. So it's all online, and there's an orientation that helps guide them with how to use the program, because not everyone is super tech savvy. So to explain exactly how to use the program and where to start, what exercises should you start with based on what your symptoms and what your goals are.
Perfect. For somebody sitting at home who may be living with MS or knows someone who does, tell them where they can go to learn more. What's the website?
The best place to go is drgretchenhawley.com. That's where you'll be able to find my program, The Missing Link, as well as other services that I offer.
Beautiful. And we'll post all of that information on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Doc, thanks so much for waking up with us. Really appreciate your time and expertise.